So how do I teach it? I do something, I continue to do something I've always done, that I group words into categories, into connecting words, and I tell them what it means, but I stress now the meaning, even for words like and but that I didn't used to include before. And I have handouts like this for you that I'll pass out. You probably have something similar. I make lists of comparison and contrast, emphasis, which we could talk maybe about how these words are used in another session. Students, I find, make a lot of usage mistakes with these, that when I read them, what are they thinking here? What's the relationship? But just an overview for now. Cause and effect, words like this. Time sequence. Give them the mechanics of it. We also have these correlative conjunctions that require parallelism on both sides, so I remind them that these also are in that category. And then I do stress a little bit the punctuation. That's part of form in this case, that you could think of these conjunctions in terms of form, that we have to teach the punctuation. I consider that form. So I point out that they have to, one of the things that these words can do is link main clauses, that there's a comma before it when there's a main clause, and that there is contrast, and I give them an example, something like this, and this I also have in a handout. And I explain that, while I'm showing this, that they can't use and here. There's now, and there's 50 years ago. It's not just and, there's more. Things were different in the past. I explained that they can also, still in terms of form now, that there's another class of these coordinators. They're in a different class, they're not conjunctions, and they require different punctuation. I teach them the meaning of each one. Have a difficult time with students with thus and therefore. What's the difference there? They want to use them interchangeably. If we have time, we could talk about those examples a little bit later. But pointing out punctuation here, and it's got to be followed by a comma. I point out that they could put this, however, at the end of the sentence. They could put it in the middle. And for me, what the advantage is in putting it at the front, I always like it at the front to establish the relationship first. Then, I think, personally, it's easier, that the coherence of the paragraph is easier to follow. It's more like taking them by the hand. Here's the relationship now. Once you know the relationship, what's going to happen? So I talk about things like that. I tell them that within clauses, they can also use these words, as in the examples I gave at the beginning. Let's see what this, so or is connecting to verb phrases, not to main clauses. Or do you want chicken or beef? Okay, just two words. Show them that they can use it in different ways. To me, this stuff, though, is standard. This is form.